Hello everyone and welcome to From the Heart Friday with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Hi Philomena, welcome. Hope you all are doing well. We've had quite a week of high heat and thunderstorms and crazy weather, but this weekend looks like it should be beautiful. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know if you have any exciting plans for the weekend. Here in the US, it is a holiday weekend, with that being observed on Monday. So we do get a long weekend. I know David's excited. He gets to have Monday off, and really we don't have, it's going to be pretty low key. We are hoping to get some work done around the house, some barbecue out on the deck. Sunday morning we'll have a virtual convention program that we're going to watch the first part of Sunday morning to help build and strengthen our faith. So I'm looking forward to that, and yeah, otherwise should be a little bit relaxing, which will be nice. So today, I don't know if you can tell by the color of my shirt. So I've got some pink and I've got some blue going on here. I pulled my colors from the beautiful You're a Peach designer series paper. Do I look peachy? I love this paper. So this month I thought I would focus a bit on paper, designer series papers, because Stampin' Up! Has an awesome sale. I look forward to this every year. They are offering 15% off on many of our favorites from the annual catalog, and You're a Peach is included in the sale, as well as Beauty of the Earth, Bloom Where You're Planted, Hand Penned, In Good Taste, In the Wild, Pansy Petals, Sweet Symmetry, there is a Tidings of Christmas, and then You're a Peach. So 9 different papers that are on sale this month, all 15% off, which is amazing. And yes, so since summertime, and actually my my tutorial bundle, that is my free gift with a $50 purchase during the month of July, is all about the Sweet Peach Sweet. So I thought, well, let me give you a little teaser with some additional Sweet Peach. Or I guess the paper is called You're a Peach. The sweet is called Sweet Peach. I'll just say peach. It's just peachy. Aw. Hey, Wendy. Oh, you're having beautiful weather today, too. Oh, you went to the beach yesterday. That sounds amazing. We don't have any true beaches here because we're inland quite a bit here in upstate New York, but we are what's called the Finger Lakes area. So we have, it's kind of like, if you look at a map, it kind of looks like somebody drew their hand across the state. And so we live close to Cuga Lake, and it's beautiful here, lots of wineries. Yes, and we do enjoy, we're 5 minutes from Cuga Lake, and it's fun just to go down there in the evening and take a stroll and watch the sunset. That's one of my favorite things to do. Hi Marissa, hi Arlene, welcome. All right, so I am going to flip, we're gonna get started here. What I love is that in the annual catalog where the Sweet Peach is here, this is page 61, they outline the many colors that are included in this suite. So if you want to stamp along today, you will need some pale papaya, some calypso coral, and some basic white, and then the coordinated ink pads too. We're going to pull in a little bit of pear pizzazz and some old olive as well. Hi Bonnie, welcome, welcome. All right, let me go ahead and flip the camera. Hope everyone is doing well. Can't believe it's July already. Isn't that crazy? So I do have a new host code for the month, 77K92FES. That is the code for placing online orders with me this month. Oh, let me make sure I get lots of light. Yes, I do. I have my Calypso Coral on, and I even have my balmy blue eyeshadow to pull in these fun peachy colors. Love to coordinate with my projects. Hey Janelle, you made it. Awesome. All right, so yes, just making sure we've got lots of light here. Okay, so our first project of the day, like I said, we are using pale papaya as our card base, and we're actually going to do this for both cards. All right, so just go ahead and take a full sheet, 8.5 by 11 of the pale papaya, and cut that there at the 5.5 mark. So we will go ahead and fold this. It's going to be 5.5 by 8.5 here, and I folded it at the 4.25 mark. All right, that's going to be our card base. We're going to set that aside for a little bit. All right, so the other thing you'll need for both cards is a layer of Calypso Coral that is 4 by 5.25. All right, and on this particular card, I have chosen this beautiful designer series paper from the Your Peach. So I love this pattern. It's got cute little balmy blue and Calypso Coral flowers in it. The backside is this neat multicolored Pear Pizzazz brush strokes, looks like. But I love the flowers here. So what I did is I cut a layer. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And we are going to mount this onto our Calypso Coral layer here. Just adhere these two together. So we're keeping it pretty simple today. It's warm out, it's summertime. We all need some quick, cute cards that make an impact. So I love letting the designer series paper take the spotlight because it's so gorgeous. All right, so the next thing we need is a piece of basic white, and this I snipped from a piece of scrap that I keep in my, when I do my basic white, I just have all kinds of little scraps of various shapes and sizes in there. So I had a piece that was 1.5 inches long, and I thought that was perfect. So I trimmed it down to 3 3/4 so that it could go across the card front here. All right, and I think that's about where I want it, right about here. So a little bit higher than center. Hey, Peter. Hello to Evelyn and Erica, if they're watching with you. All right, so a little bit higher than center. So yeah, like a little more than 1/3 of the way. All right, so we're gonna have that go there. So I probably should have done my stamping, but either way, you kind of get the impression here. We'll do our stamping next. We'll just cut the rest of our pieces. I am using the pale papaya and white. This is a 1/2 inch polyester ribbon. So I'm going to cut this a little bit longer, a little bit wider here than my mat. So you need about, let's say about 5.5 inches here. Just go ahead and snip that off. And once we've done stamping, we will tape that to the back. And then I've also pulled in some of the Genial Gems because they have this really pretty pale papaya color. The green is mint macaron, but today we'll be using that pale papaya. And oh, you can see the facets on there and how they sparkle. Love that. Always have to have some beautiful bling for our cards. All right, so there are some beautiful sentiments here in the Sweet as a Peach stamp set, but I thought I would try something a little bit different with this card. And I thought I would pull in the Biggest Wish stamp set. So I really like that you've got the block word and then you've got the scripty font for the overlays. So we're going to stamp our big block font. So let's say we do hello. Then we can do our scripty part in a darker color. So let me pull in. All right, so let's use hello, and we'll find a block for that. All right, and then let's do friend here. And we need another block for that one. All right, so I love the way this works is we're going to stamp our hello in the pale papaya. That is our lighter color. And this is going to go, well, let's just go right in a little bit towards the left. Okay, and then we'll go a step darker with our Calypso Coral here and stamp our friend sentiment. And I am going to stamp that a little bit towards the right, a little bit down and towards the right. But isn't that fun? That way you can read both words. They overlap there a little bit, which is cute. All right, let's set my stamps aside so I can clean them later. Now that we've got that stamped, we can go ahead and adhere our ribbon and tape that to the back. So I'm going to apply my adhesive. I'm just about out. You can't quite see through, but I've got the red line is ready to appear any moment. So, so it gets a little stubborn sometimes towards the end when the roll is almost out. All right, so I've got it all here. I've got a refill on standby, ready to go. All right, so when we put this on, I don't want it to overlap my word. I just want it to hide the seam there where my basic white cardstock overlaps. The ribbon makes it look nice and smooth, nice and seamless there. I will put a little bit more adhesive just to cover those ribbon flaps because I want to make sure everything sticks to the card. I've got a piece of hair there that's got to clean off my table here. Okay, so this is going to mount right on top of that Pale Papaya card base. And I love that again, the designer series paper is the star of the show here. Let's take a little piece of this, we'll slip it underneath, and we'll do just a basic little knot here, over here on the left. All right, so we'll angle that a little bit. Okay, and then we can, there we go, slide it over wherever we need it here. And then we'll take our Genial Gems. It's just fun to say. Especially when we have a hello friend card. And let's add some fun little gems on here. We'll do 3. Just because. There we go. Isn't that cute? Aw, thank you, Marissa. It is a happy card. I love it. And the peaches, it's perfect for summertime. Here in New York, we had a couple of peach trees. It's not quite the right climate. It's a little bit cold for peaches here in New York. And our trees are probably 25, no, actually they're probably like 35 years old. So the peaches trees are a little bit not doing so hot right now, but we have little green peaches growing on the trees right now, and they usually are ripe right around the beginning of August. So a little early for peaches here in New York, but definitely a summertime fruit. I actually just bought some nectarines at the grocery store yesterday because they're I think they bring them up from Pennsylvania, where it's just a little bit warmer, a little bit ahead of us down there. But yeah, isn't that cute? So that is our first card using our You're a Peach Designer Series paper. Yes. All right, so the second card, again, we're going to continue with our Sweet Peach theme here. And like I said, we are using the other half of that Pale Papaya cardstock base. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. Again, we will go ahead and score and fold that here at 4 1/4. And if you're just joining or if you're watching on replay, we are using Stampin' Up's You're a Peach Designer Series paper. This is included in the 15% off Designer Series paper sale. There is a flyer that you can find online here that shows all 9 of the papers included in the sale. I do have my July host code up there. And if you are watching the replay on YouTube, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. All right, so on top of our Pale Papaya card base, we have our layer again of the Calypso Coral that is 4 by 5 1/4. And this time we're going to do things a little different. We are not using ribbon on this particular piece, so we can go ahead and adhere this Calypso Coral layer directly to the card base. We are going to do some fun die cut spotlighting with our stitched rectangles though for the next layer. All right, so we're mounting that. We've got about 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay, so we're going to set that aside for now. So instead of the designer series paper, on this one I have a basic white layer that is 3 3/4 by 5. And my Your Peach layer, isn't this cute? There's the peach. Really, you could use any side. I wanted to use the polka dots that have like the ombre watercolor effect, so you can see some of the darker, the Calypso Coral, and how it blends down to the Pale Papaya on here. Oh, thank you, Janelle. I'm glad you like it. So this piece is 2 inches by 3 3/4. I know, it's so hard to cover that up. That's why I love these designer paper sales, because then it's a good excuse to stock up and get an extra pack of paper, so that way you don't have to feel guilty. Yes, so Kylie is working to change the world and train us well to love it, chop it here. But sometimes old habits are hard to break, right? So again, same thing as this one. I'm adhering my designer series paper a little bit more towards the upper third, because what we're going to do then is come in with our stitched rectangle dies, and we're actually going to die cut. We're going to pop the center out of this piece. So have your dimensionals handy. I should make sure. Yes, I actually used up 2 sheets of dimensionals this week, so I've got a brand new pack here waiting in the wings, ready to go. All right, so this particular die, you guys will be so proud of me if you've been watching my videos. You know that my stitched rectangles have been a mess. Look what I did. I took my vent covers, and again, I just got the cheap ones from, I don't know, it was like Home Depot or Lowe's. And so these really are furnace vent covers. Actually, I think I could even show you the particular ones I use. All right, this is, I don't think it matters what brand, but if you are in the heating department, you can ask for vent covers. They even show a picture. If you've got the forced air floor heat, this is what they're designed for. So these come in 8-inch wide by 15 inches long. And so what I've done then, so you can see they're 8 inches here. I've cut them into thirds, and that way I get 3, so it's 8 inches by 5 inches. So I can get 3 magnet sheets out of 1 piece. And in here you get 3 vent covers. So that makes 3. So I can get 9 out of a pack, and I believe these were like 7. They were less than $10. So it's pretty inexpensive. They are kind of floppy. They're not the super sturdy ones, like you would pay more for from like Stampin Storage or something. These are cheap. But what I do, I still keep them in my cases. But look how nice and tidy my stitched rectangles are. Woohoo! All right, so for this one, the die that I used here was 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was the 5th. If you count down from the largest, this was the 5th size die. And that's what I'm using for this particular card. So I'm going to run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. All right, so I'm gonna set this up. Look how scratched my plates are. They are well loved. All right, so we'll place this here. I do want an equal frame all around the outside edges. So I am attempting to die cut this out of the center. All right, as best as I can. So I'm going to place my second plate on top, squeeze it tight, and I'm gonna run that quick through the machine. Okay. And I moved that to my other table so that it wouldn't make my stand shake. So this is what we've got here. So I'll just carefully pop this out. Okay. All right, so we've got this cute little frame, and this we're actually going to glue directly to the card base. All right, so we'll go strip of adhesive around the outside edges. All right, so then this glues right on top. And I love, again, you guys know I love everything stitched. I love seeing the detail on there. It makes it look all fancy. All right, so we will pop out, carefully remove this piece. My stitched rectangles are very, very well loved. So this is one of those sets that I might actually considering ordering ordering a second set because I use these so much. They get so much use. All right, so we pop that out pretty well. You can see how that will, we're gonna actually pop it up with our dimensionals. But first, we'll stamp a little greeting down here. So I thought we would use our peach sentiments because we need something short. So how about to a sweet friend? I love that. Isn't that cute? Wouldn't you love to receive that? A sweet friend card. All right, so this little sentiment fits perfect there on my G block. And we will stamp this in Calypso Coral. Okay. Oh, make sure it is the right way up. All right, I'm gonna put that right in the center. Aw, to a sweet friend. And I'm not sure. Let's see if this Have a Peachy Day would fit on there as well. Let's see. I'll pull this off of the base. Let's see. Will that fit down here? I think it will. How cute would that be? Let's do that too. So I need another block here. Oops. Peeled my hello off the other one. So if we do that, I like this two-tone thing. I like stamping in two different colors. So we're using the Calypso Coral and the Pale Papaya. And I'm going to do this right below it. Let's see, let's attempt to have it somewhat centered. There we go. Isn't that cute? All right. Okay, so now that we've got this time we are using the Pale Papaya ribbon. This is the sheer ribbon. So pretty. Again, cut it just a little bit. You know, this is a pretty small piece. I don't usually wrap all the way around, but because it's so short, just wrap it, go around on this. We're gonna pop it up on dimensionals anyways. That'll help keep the ribbon right in place. Hold it tight there and attempt to keep your ribbon straight. All right, so then we'll pull through. All right, tight. You can always slide that around if you need to, but for right now, we're just gonna trim this, trim it off just a little bit. We can play with that a little bit once we get it where we want it. And then we will adhere this with dimensionals. So we're popping this whole panel up. I'm so excited for these fun Sweet Peach cards. Again, I'm using the dimensionals to hug my ribbon so that it doesn't slip around on me on the card. We don't want our ribbon misbehaving. All right, so this will pop up here in the center. Well, there we go, kind of tame our ribbon a little bit. I'm going to cut it just a little bit shorter because I don't want it taking over my words. There we go. That is better. All right. Okay, so now we can't do a Sweet Peach card without a peach. So I've got a scrap here of basic white, and I've got my peach stamp and the leaves and the die cuts for this. So that's what's great, is this stamp set has coordinating die cuts. So you can cut out all of the images here for the stamp set, which is great. All right, so I'm pulling in my foam mat because I want to give these photopolymer stamps a little bit of a cushion. So we are going to ink our peach up first with some pale papaya, but I'm not going to stamp it quite yet. I'm going to bring in my Calypso Coral. Yes, this DSP, say that 5 times fast, is beautiful, isn't it, Wendy? It's so versatile, coordinates with so much. And I love that they give us, it's not all peach. You've got your fun blossoms here, which could easily be cherry blossoms or other little, spring, summer flowers. You've got your geometrics like polka dots, you've got stripes, and all of it has that fun watercolor look to it too. You even have some of these real pretty pieces with the balmy blue on them. And there you go, some more stripes and polka dots. Really cute. All right, so I'm pulling in one of our sponge daubers. This one, again, I don't have a dauber for every color. I like to do one for my greens, one for my blues. So this one is kind of one for my orangey colors. So I'm just dabbing it here on my Calypso Coral, and I'm going to dab it onto my peach just a little bit. I just want to highlight. I don't want to take it over here. And then when we stamp it, isn't that cute? It almost looks a little more like a nectarine. All right, and you do have in the stamp, you can see you do have, it is one of the distinctive designs here. So you do have a little bit of shading that's already in there. So we've got our peach. Now with our leaves, I thought we'd do something similar here. So with this, I'm stamping first in Pear Pizzazz. And then I thought, so there's 2 ways to do this. I used the sponge dauber on there to add the extra color on the first one. You could also do a technique that's called rock and roll. So basically you rock and you roll your stamp in the ink pad. So I inked up first with Pear Pizzazz, and then I rock and rolled in some Old Olive. All right, and that gives me some various shading on that as well. All right, so you could practice a little bit. I almost think I should have kind of stamped off a little bit on the Pear Pizzazz just because it was so bright. Let me wipe off some of the excess ink there on my chamois. I've got another little piece here if you want to experiment. Okay, so this is the Pear Pizzazz. I'm gonna stamp off once so it's kind of light, and then I'm gonna roll it, rock and roll it in my Old Olive. There we go. We have a little more of the two-tone on that one. Yes, don't you love the distinctive stamps, Janelle? I love that. So what they do, Stampin' Up! Has a patent on this technique of distinctive stamps, where they photograph the designs and then turn them into photopolymer stamps, which is pretty cool. So again, we're going to pull in our platform from our Stampin' Cut and Emboss here. So this piece, if you're wondering, this is 2 by 3 inch scrap of the basic white. That way you can stamp both a peach and on a couple of leaves on there if you wanted to. And this dies fit snugly right around those stamped images. All right, let me get us centered again. All right, so hug those tight, get those in position, and then we will quickly run these through our die cut machine. Hey Gladdy, welcome. All right, so quickly die cutting here. All right, so as not to shake the camera, these are perfect. I love we've got just a little bit of a white border on those. Okay. And then we need dimensionals, which I just had in my hand. Do you guys do that too? Where they hide like underneath an ink pad or something? Hey, Lori. Okay, distinctive stamps are stamps that are basically they're taken from photographs. They're photographed like an actual picture, and then it's turned into a stamp. So it ends up with this cool shading and multicolored layers just in a single stamp without having to do, you know, two-step, add multiple ink colors or anything. You get this cool shading just all in one stamp because of the way that the stamps are made. Yeah, so usually in the catalog, see, it'll have this, look for this little mark that says distinctive. That is Stampin' Up's patented design. So you won't see distinctive stamps from any other stamp company. Stampin' Up is the first to develop that, which is pretty cool. So look for that throughout the catalog to check out those stamps that have been created from photographs. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead. Oops, better get the right card up here. Boy, these little dimensional backings, they are being little buggers today. There we go. Okay. Yes, don't you need these peaches? Aren't they amazing? And of course, we need a sweet peach right here in the center of our pop-up panel. And then we'll add the little leaves, the little stem. Isn't that cute? Love that. So we've used the You're a Peach Designer Series paper on both of those. We used the Biggest Wish stamp set to do our two-tone greeting on the first one, and our sweet peach. We made our peach a little nectarine. I guess you can let me know, do you like peaches or nectarines? Honestly, I love the way peaches taste, but I don't like the fuzz, and they are a pain to peel. So if for easy snacking, I actually do prefer nectarines. They're a little bit smaller. They're just as juicy, but they are smooth textured on the outside, so you don't have to peel those. Aw, well, thank you, ladies. Thank you all so much. Hi, Evelyn. Aw, okay, I'm laughing. You guys are your comments, some of you are so funny. I'm glad you're having a good time. Good summer day cards here. Thank you so much for joining me. And yes, so the Sweet as a Peach is my tutorial bundle theme for this month. So anybody who places an order with me during the month of July of $50 or more, I will send you that PDF that has 15 tutorials, 15 different projects using the Sweet Peach suite of products. I think you guys are really going to like that. Yes, so have fun. I would love to see your peach cards too. These papers are gorgeous, and because of the Designer Series paper sale this month, these are all 15% off now. So I will be using a lot of Designer Series paper. I do anyways, but more so than usual this month to highlight those different papers that are on sale. So yes, Anne says she washes her peaches very well, so they don't have any fuzzies. Hi, Anne. I miss you. Aw. Yes. Aw. Yeah, I'll have to post. My mom has a great family recipe for peach cobbler. That's a perfect summer, except it's too hot to turn the oven on. But sometimes we have to sacrifice, right? For those yummy goodies. Aw. Miss you too. Aw, hey, Gladdy. Yes, hope you guys are having a great Friday. Happy Friday to you. Yes, I will definitely have to find that. I'll type up that recipe and share that. And yeah, that'll be yummy. Hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. If you have Monday off, then enjoy the long weekend. And yeah, happy stamping. I'm excited to be sharing these projects with you, and thank you so much. All right, you guys take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.